Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakwadash. Double lines to the elders of GMS rule well. Peace, salutation, like Akim in the four corners, percent truth, sincerity. Peace be unto you, and Shalom. It takes time. It takes time. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to title this lesson, but this is basically about fighting off demons, fighting off spirits, fighting off Satan. It takes time. It takes time. Constantly Satan is always attacking us. He's always tempting us, always trying to get us to go off. He knows our weaknesses, knows our strengths, and and what is the enemy gonna do? Satan means adversary. The enemy's gonna attack you not where you're strongest, he's gonna attack you where you're the weakest. So where are you the weakest? You have to actually know. And that's what you got to do a better job of working on. Also sharpening stuff that you're good at too. I mean, you still want to stay sharp with things you're good at. But you want to work on things that you're weak at. That's where Satan's going to attack you. And the reason why I say it takes time because certain demons, you might get a low level demon, you might get a high level demon. The longer you've been in this thing, the more you have faith, the stronger demons are going to come and attack you. But the thing is, it takes time. A demon might come up to you. You might see a woman that's fine. She eyeballing you. She giving you signals to approach. And then you find out she got a man. Oh, it's complicated, or we just live together, we ain't having sex. Bullshit. And that's Satan attacking you. If you're strong, you can rebuke that demon just like that. But if you're not, guess what? If you're not strong enough, you're either going to succumb to that demon, or you're going to have to do what? Really, really fight that spirit and fight that demon. Another brother, it might take, might be repulsed by that. And, he says, F that stupid NB or uh, Edomite woman. You know, there's other people who it's temptation for them. I'm going to grab this is Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 2. It says, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. So you see sin, that's what sin would be. You see a woman, she's fine, she's giving you the time, and she reveals she got a man, she stay with her baby daddy, but we can keep it on the low. We just gotta not tell nobody. All that type of good stuff. So that's what she's saying. So you gotta flee from sin. That's from the place. So you out of there. You hang up. You block her. That's how you gotta be like. And that's quick. Boom. But again, some people, it takes time. They're not fleeing from that sin like a face from a serpent. They got that, how you got that angel and devil on your left shoulder, right shoulder, telling you, the devil, come on, man. All these women are married. All these women got men. You don't think the last woman that you had sex with had a man? Sex is marriage, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then the other angel on your shoulder saying, come on, man. Don't listen to that. She says she got a man. We all got men. And so you could be going back and forth with that in your head. And the man that is strong, he flees from it immediately. The man that's weak, he wrestles with that. He's wrestled with that. That it's basically covetousness. You see everything you see, you want to just hit and pound out. I want to get another precept from a book we often don't go into, but nonetheless, still powerful. Where are we at? I'm getting close. One second. Okay, got it. 109. Okay. All right. I want to start with there we go. History of Susanna. I'm gonna start with verse 1. This deals with that lust. This is unknown caller. Salaki. This is history of Susanna, chapter 1, verse 1. There dwelt a man in Babylon called Jeconiah. And he took a wife whose name was Susanna, the daughter of Chelseas, a very fair woman, and one that feared Yahweh. Her parents also were righteous, and taught their daughter according to the law of Moses. What does that remind you? Train up a child in the way he shall go. And when he's older, he will not depart. This is an example of this. Now, Joachim was a very rich man and had a fair garden joining unto his house, and to him resorted the Jews, because he was more honorable than all others. The same year were appointed two of the ancients of the people to be judges, such as Yahweh spake of, that wickedness came from Babylon from ancient judges, who seemed to govern the people. These kept much at Joachim's house, and all that had any suits in law came unto them. You had you read the New Testament, you know, you had churches that were at people's houses. They would congregate because there were people who actually had a little bit of money. So think of it same back here, because we're in captivity. Joachim basically got his own little crib, nice crib, rich. Verse 7. Now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk, and the two elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her. Now, they saw it every day. You like, damn, she looked fine. Damn, she looked good. Damn. They didn't Sirach 21 and 2 her. Flee from sin. Because that's you getting into lust. You getting into covetousness. So they seen it every day. Verse 9. And they departed. Verse 9. And they perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven, nor remember just judgment. Verse 10, albeit they both were wounded with her love. She ain't messing with them like that. Yet durst not one show another his grief. So they keeping it within themselves. They got this lust. They because they know it's wrong. You know, this is these are these are elders, old ass perverted, wicked ass niggas. Verse 12. Yet they watch diligently from day to day to see her. And now I want to stop right here, but we continue reading. But whereas some people could see her and then just turn away and flee from that lust, or there might be somebody that like, oh man, she got a nice fat ass. I ain't gonna do nothing though. That's still even wrong. Even if you can maintain yourself to not even just look, but don't go over, that's still wrong. You still don't even want to do that. But it said this day by day they were doing this from day to day. This goes back to my point, is that it takes time. It might take time to rebuke this demon. For somebody else, they can just look at it and be like, F this B, or, not F this B because she wasn't doing it intentionally. Be like, I got to get out of here. Hey, I can't be around here. That somebody else, it might take time. If they were sitting down and rebuking these demons from day to day, they could have overcome it. But guess what? They're not rebuking the demon. They're giving into it. That's why I say it takes time. For somebody, it might a person could, and just like that, rebuke themselves and any thought of lust or whatever. Another person might have to sit down constantly, day by day, hour and hour, to not commit adultery. And if that is your weakness, and if that's the part of the armor that's weak in you, Ephesians chapter 6 we're going to get into later, you got to work on that. And guess what that means? That means taking time to rebuke those spirits. It might take an hour constantly cussing yourself out, looking into the law, getting to the root of why you're doing this, putting off that old man, seeing that it's wrong, seeing how it's wicked, seeing how you won't want this something to do. You might have to sit there and rebuke yourself for some hours. But here's the thing: most people don't want to rebuke themselves for hours. Most people don't want to look and examine themselves for hours upon days. You got some demons that it takes days, weeks, months to keep arguing, going back and forth against. And that you counter the demon got a counterpoint, then you got a counterpoint. It's sometimes is a damn war. You gotta constantly fight. These demons ain't something, you just go about your day, you get free time, you know, you chill, eat some pop, some Doritos, chill with your woman, do a few videos, watch a few videos, and then just go about your day. You gotta examine yourself and rebuke those demons. If you got a demon, if it takes a month to rebuke this demon, guess what that means? You are going to have to sit down constantly and find time to rebuke that demon. You just can't just ignore it. If you got this demon where if where you're struggling to I don't know, in this case it's adultery, but let's say homosexuality. There's people that might struggle with homosexuality, and that's a strong demon. I don't gotta fight that demon. I know a lot of brothers don't gotta fight that demon. Never had to fight it. But if a person is a homosexual, that's a strong demon. And I'd imagine you have to really, really fight that hard, constantly. You got some work to put in to fight and examine yourself and fight these demons off. Verse 13, reading on. And one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time. Verse 14. So when they were gone out, they parted the one from the other. Turning back again, they came to the same place, and after that they asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust. Then appointed they a time both together, when they might find her alone. So they conspired against her. See, that's what happens when you don't rebuke these demons. You rebuke these spirits. You start trying to feed into it. You put yourself in a position to feed that demon. And now all of a sudden, they both were trying to conspire together. How can I conspire? Yeah, okay, all right. So Satan then joined forces, and y'all conspiring. Rebuke those spirits. Rebuke them. Sit down, examine yourself. What do I got to do? How can I get rid of these spirits and these demons? Because I'm going to tell you what happens a lot of times. A lot of times a lot of brothers spend time, you know, trying to figure out how to rebuke somebody else's demons, how to rebuke somebody else's spirits. And that is good. We all have problems. We're all sons of Adams. We all have issues. No, none of us are exempt, you know. Um, but what happens often is you straining at gnats, sometimes stuff that's not even big or major, and you're rebuking other brothers' demons, trying to figure out how to rebuke their demons and stuff like that. But your own demons, you're not even spending no time rebuking them, and it's evident that you're not spending any time rebuking them because you keep doing the same thing. You keep making the same mistake. You're not making any progress at all. And it's evident that you either haven't even acknowledged the spirit and demon, and that's worse when you got a demon on you and you don't even know you got a demon on you. That's like, you walking around, you got this big giant booger in your nose, and you telling somebody else that, hey man, you need to zip up your pants, your fly is open, or this is open, or you got you know you got some dirt on your shoe. Get that off. And you not one time are looking within yourself, because the thing is that you know you you know we are our own worst enemy. So you want to really look in that mirror first and foremost and work on yourself. And that should be one of the main priorities, is working on yourself, as opposed to straining at small gnats that somebody else is doing. Maybe they may have had a slip of the tongue, or something, real stupid that's not even that big. But you overlooking your own, because these elders, guess what they would have been doing? They would have been rebuking people. Rebuking people who was off and handling matters and stuff like that. That's what elders do. So they handle all these matters, but they're not examining themselves. You know, Scripture says a little leaven leavens a whole lump. And look where that little leaven started off. It started off with just a lust. And that lust grew to the point where the two elders were conspiring to have sex with her. And they were willing to put her to death and lie and say that they caught her in adultery. That's how wicked it is. So you gotta search for that leaven and get it out of you. It's not just for the Passover that you get that leaven out your house. Yeah, it's Passover is ceremonial when you get that leaven out your house, and that spiritual leaven out your house, but you want to do that all year round. You know, that's something that we gotta constantly do. but it starts from looking within yourself. And I'm not saying don't, look at other brothers and rebuke other brothers when they're going off. But what I'm saying is that there's a balance. The scripture says a false balance is abomination. You got to be able, just like how you rebuke others and you seeing all their flaws and pointing them out, you got to be able to look at your own flaws. Don't think you just don't think that your shit don't stink. You can often see about how you can often see if a person examine themselves by the progress that they're making. If you truly really examining somebody, and if you really examining somebody, you're not just always examining somebody looking for negative things. You can examine somebody and see the positive improvements that this person has made. So you want to make sure that you have a good balance in this thing. This is Ephesians. I want to go in chapter 6 because Satan knows how to maneuver with us. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Therefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. So that whole armor is the law, statutes, commandments, the law all the way to the testimony. You want to put on that armor. So when Satan comes to tempt you, nah, I know this. Satan says, "Oh, Yahweh Shai is here." You know the prophecies. Scripture talks about, every eye shall see him. He's not gonna be in the desert. So you putting on that that's that evil day coming. You're not gonna fall for that. You're not gonna fall for somebody, saying, wacky, mermaid stuff. You're gonna be staying, scriptures talks about Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge supposed to be the stability of that time. You have a lot of brothers is gonna be very, very unstable. A lot of brothers, especially brothers who are coming in the last hour and not part of no camp. They ain't, they was, dragging their feet and stuff like that. A lot of brothers are gonna be in for a rude, rude awakening. You know, so you want to put on that full armor. We have an advantage from those who are already woke up, that we have a advantage to where we actually can. We've been able to rehearse the righteous act for a lot longer. So, and if you've been doing so, you have more experience. You're going to be better than somebody. You somebody who exercising for 30 years is going to be, better than somebody who's exercised for, 3 days. And on that note, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Kadash. Double honors to elders, GMS, well. Peace, salutations, and shalom.